This is what they're playing for. The trophies there in the foreground, the players in the background, the men just getting into their warm-ups. The women's game over on our Facebook is live, uninterrupted. Okay, it's down at the far end of the centre. Can't get a camera up there because of the length of the HDMI cables. I am at the mercy of the length, so I thought we'll go with both games live, uninterrupted. Men's on the YouTube, the women's over on the Facebook Live. You can decide what you want to watch. I will give you updates on the women's here though, on the men's commentary. But as the men get their practice underway, we will show you the trophies, the things that they are playing for, to be crowned the International Senior Bowling Tour champion for the UK stop here in Stroud. We'll go to the camera that is directly behind their lane then. See. Kim Johnson, Robert Bruce, Gary Barlow and Alan Keddy, the four that got through. In the women's, it was Angie Brown, Veronica Kay, Sandra Boswell and Kim that got through.
As in the glasses.
Yeah, cheers, mate. So as we look then, Kim Johnson there going for his temping, getting the temping practice in early in this practice session. We have 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes remaining on the clock. Players just getting in the warm-ups. It looks like Alan Keddy has her shot there. 9 and 10 have been a fairly high scoring pair throughout the competition, so we should expect some big scores. Robert Bruce has 4 age bonus points. Kim Johnson, I think, has 22. I'm right with that. 25. No, 15. Yeah, so 15 then, innit? Handicap. Sorry, 15 handicap from Kim Johnson. One of them has, I swear one of them has 22. Gary Barlow has 22. I'm going to have a look on the spreadsheet, Adam. Yeah, no, there is. I can't see the ISBT signs. Do you know what? I'm making up numbers. Gary Barlow has 17 handicap. Robert Bruce has 4 handicap. Kim Johnson has 15 and Alan Keddy has 11. Next door to Kim. What, the Gary Barlow? So we just had a fun stat mentioned. Gary Barlow, the Gary Barlow lives in the same village as Kim Johnson. I don't know who's worse off there. I wonder who'd be saying take that. But we have the Yorkshire Gary Barlow. I know which Gary Barlow I'd rather have. With striking like that, you would say that was absolutely fantastic. Less than 2 minutes left in practice then. Women on the far side then. You got Angie Brown, Sandra Boswell, Veronica Kay and Kim Oakley. The handicaps for the women then. Oh, lovely. Kim has 9, Angie Brown has 14, Veronica Kay has 3 and Sandra has 14 as well. So fairly close in the handicaps then, to be fair, on both sides. Go back, see what the players are playing for then. There they are, the 2 trophies, the ISBT badges clearly on show in front of them. Men's and women trophies. It's Robert Bruce in the background bowls. He's shot. Obviously, practice shot for him. Could you see the headlines now on the back page? Daily Mirror. Back page, Gary Barlow tops the charts again. You never know. Lola is there, just wanting a bit. So that's it for practice then. Practice stops. The handshakes commence. All comes down to this. 3 games. Lone man will get dropped after every game. Wait till after. Right then, go to the camera at the back of the lanes then. Alan Keddy to start. As you say, women's section is live on the Facebook live stream. If you want to watch the women's game, Alan Keddy there, starting off well. Nice strike from the Scot. 3 home nations on show then. Scotland, England and Wales all in show on this. Yeah, no. Robert Bruce, the Welsh. Kim Johnson and Gary Barlow, English. There's Kim there. Struggling to get a proper connection with the pins. Robert Bruce then, the Welshman, gets a strike as well. Robert, probably the one that's at the disadvantage the most, but only by about 10 pins. Kim Johnson then, only getting 2 from the 5 that he left. As I say, women's is live over on our Facebook page. If you want to watch the women live and uninterrupted, it is over there. You can watch Angie Brown, Veronica Kay, Kim Oakley and Sandra Boswell all in action as Gary Barlow leaves the 7 pin there, nearly left the 5-7. Messenger comes along and takes out that 5 pin though. Gary Barlow taking out that 7-pin nicely then. He's set up nice to start here. As we mentioned before, age bonus handicaps in play. Robert Bruce has 4, Kim Johnson has 15, Alan Keddy has 11, and Gary Barlow has 17. So it is very close to start with anyway for age bonuses. We'll level out the playing field as they carry on. Kim Johnson then, can he bounce back from his open in the first frame? Nice strike from Kim. The pom-pom woo celebration on the foul line. Alan Keddy then, can he make it 2 from 2? Nice into the pocket, just leaves the 10-pin. Pin ring round it, unlock it from Alan. Gary Barlow then, he could make it a strike there through the 3-pin, ends up leaving a bit of a mix bag in terms of pins as we see a spare for Alan Keddy starting off this game well, is he? And what can Gary Barlow do? Can he make his spare? Takes a 3, leaves the 10-pin. Being open for the man from Yorkshire.
Farida, that's 50%.
That's still too low.
Go back a step. Cheers, thank you.
I asked him, he said, they're definitely in the office, you put them in yourself, on the floor, in a box.
Robert Bruce then,
We'll find him in a bit. I'll ask him.
leaving
We don't need him now, do we?
at 6:10.
Well, yeah, so, we'll ask him.
Bowling at it. Nice spare from Robert. Leaves it in clean through 2.
Where's your new link? Because it's not the one.
You eat. You eat. I'm not sure that, because I'm 16, I'm not looking after you.
Alan Keddy then, bowling at this single pin, gets the single pin nicely, does Alan. Scotsman keeps it clean through the 3. Strike, 9 spare, 9 spare. Kim Johnson then leaves the 10 pin on lane 9.
I thought about it this morning. Yeah. I must tell you. You've got to be this situation. Yeah, you need to see where you are.
Kim Johnson then with a nice spare to back up his strike in the 2nd frame. Strike there from Robert Bruce. Going well at this moment in time is Robert. Gary Barlow then. Oh, he gets a strike. Does the Yorkshireman after leaving an open in the second frame. Kim Johnson then. Bowling. Lane 10. Leaves the 10 pin. I'm going to have to hire somebody as a correspondent over on the women's section here. Give us an update. As Alan Kelly gets a strike in his fourth. Going well. Here's the man from Scotland. How much do you want to be the women's correspondent?
I can't see it from there, can I?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I can't see it. But yeah, obviously, that's a good field. Obviously, there's last year's winner is out there.
Which is who?
Kim Oakley. Obviously, Sandra Boswell has won as well in the ISBT. So, I'm not sure that Angie's been in the final before, and so has Veronique. So they've all been in this final before. So, and two ex-winners as well. So it could be a good final.
Sound.
Obviously, you know, Belgium and three English, but obviously Sandra is from Scotland, but she obviously plays for Team England now. So yeah, a mix there as well.
And then you got in the men's section, you got a Welshman, a Scotsman, and two Englishmen. One from the north, one from the south. A good mix.
There must be a joke in there somewhere. I mean, a Scotsman and a Welshman
all made the final of the ISBT.
And obviously Gary's won this before.
Yep.
Kim was second to me, obviously, last year.
Gary Barlow from Yorkshire, the bowler.
Yeah.
Kim Johnson lives in the same village as the Gary Barlow. We've just been told.
Yeah. Oh, really? I didn't realise that. So anyway, but Robert Bruce told me before with the finals he equals his best finish in a ISBT so far. So he can maybe go one better than he's done before. So and obviously he's the young man, if you like, in this final. So I think he's only 4 age bonus.
Yeah, that's correct. 4 age bonus for him. Alan Keddy then, with a nice strike there, making it 2 on the bounce. He's got 11 age bonus.
Yeah, Alan's been on the ISBT tour for a while now. So obviously he's not. So he's obviously experienced and he's been out there. I've been in finals with him as well. So yeah, so it could be an interesting final. And obviously the format is, you know, no man out, so low score out. So
I'll tell you what, with the way that these 4 have been bowling in that last session, could be a high score for the low man going out.
All 4 of these guys have been playing well. Alan Kenny was obviously the top qualifier, I think, man.
I think it was Kim. It was either him or Kim.
No, I mean,
It might have been, I thought it comes down to the last game.
Qualifying.
Oh, well, in qualifying, yeah, it was Alan. Yeah.
So he obviously knows. He's obviously matched up well. I've played in the same lanes as Robert a few times this morning, and he looked really matched up. Kim didn't look that great in the qualifying, but obviously he matched up really well in the quarter final and semi-final. So.
Yeah, an early bird entry that went through as well. That's gone all the way through.
No, I think he actually went in the qualifying. He didn't have to get through the early bird. He didn't play early bird. So yeah. Yeah, you might be right. I think it might be the early bird.
Yeah, it was an early bird qualifier. Yeah, played Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, he did play Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's could be good final. And obviously, I know people are watching.
Yeah, and if they want to watch the women's section, it is live over on our Facebook channel, Riding the Ditch, over on Facebook. If you want to watch that, both games live and uninterrupted. If you want to watch them, as we watch Gary Barlow then on lane 9. Nice strike from Gary. He's getting his hand in now. Is Gary?
He played with me in the semi-final, And he was okay, but at the last game he found something really good, 247 last game. And he obviously found something at the last game, and he obviously carried on with it.
To be fair, Yorkshire don't make bad bowlers, really. To be fair to him, they've got quite a few good bowlers to Yorkshire. And for me to say that from Lancashire, that hurts quite a bit. To be fair.
It's going to be a bit of a War of the Roses job for you, that's for sure. So.
No, yeah, as Kim Johnson now then bowls. Leaves the 7 pin. Kim's going to have the staff cheering him on.
Yeah, I would think so. And I'll have to keep an eye out for the broomstick from James the mechanic. So just nipping one out when we're not looking. I always have a joke about him doing that.
There's Alan Keddy there. Leaves the 7-10. Not the time really, but you want to be leaving it in the middle of the game.
There's been a few of those this weekend.
Well, it's one of them, innit? It's like you were saying before in the previous interview that we've done with you, when you were saying all you got to do is miss your mark by a board, and stuff like that happens.
Yeah, well, I can't say too much because I tried everywhere and I tried to get line of other people, but it never worked for me. To be funny, so I've never really matched up the whole tournament, even though I qualified.
And then we've got the final 5 frames for Gary and Robert here. Gary coming off the back of a turkey on these last 3 frames. Let's see what Gary can do then on lane 10. Struggling to wheel that one back into the pocket, means that he will leave the 2-4-5.
If you don't get it on the roll, it's just going to skid by a little bit. So that's been the characteristic of the whole event, really, throughout, from start to finish. So nothing's changed really.
As you see, Robert Bruce then leaving the 9 pin. Over on the far side, Angie Brown coming off a turkey as well, but then ends up leaving a 6. We'll send all over, see what's going on over there. They're entering into the 7th frame, I think, as we look. Well, as we see here, Gary Barlow picking up his spare. Robert Bruce then. Nice spare for him. Right, so as it stands at the moment, obviously you've got spares in here, but Kim Johnson has 80 on a spare. You've got Alan Keddy on 115. That is the score that he will be on because he opened in the last frame. Obviously that 7-10 that he left. As we watch him bowl, nice strike from Alan, then bouncing back after his open, as he gets a nice little whoop whoop from his fans over on the far side here. Does the Scotsman. We have Gary Barlow on 112. This is all with age bonuses added on, obviously, but he's on a spare, and then you've got Robert Bruce on 108 on a spare as well, so they've got more to go on to them. Don't forget, as Kim Johnson gets the strike.
Okay, what you done there?
Oh, battery's going in.
A quick sum up of the ladies looking at it.
Hold it while I change the battery in that.
Okay.
Go on, talk then.
Just a quick update on the ladies' final. Sandra Boswell looks as though she may be the one to go out. It's between her and Kimberley. Veronique is on about a 230 pace, and Angie's on about a 220 pace. So, but it's only the low person now. So and then we start again. So that what go before is not gonna count for anything. So. Only just chopped there, but I think she's probably got enough to hold off the other 2 at the moment. So I'll hand you back over to Thomas.
Yeah, as we was mentioning before, as I looked over before we lost Lol, to go and have a proper look. She was coming off the back of, was it 4 in a row that she had?
Yeah, very obviously she's definitely third, for sure. I think Angie was second. Between Kimberly and Sandra, and I think Sandra's probably behind at this moment in time, so I think Sandra might want to go out.
Well, I suppose the qualification places then.
I can't remember if it was the first or second year that she won, so yeah.
Do we get ranking? Did they get ranking points off this or not?
Yeah, everybody who played in this tournament will get ranking points for the
Yeah.
ISPT Masters, which because of COVID obviously hasn't happened for at least 2 years. So we don't know where that's going to be at the moment. But obviously every tournament gets ranking points, and you just I can't remember the format. I think it may be your best so many. So. But obviously, for every tournament you play in the ISPT Tour, you'll score points. There's obviously it's like a European order of merit for senior bowling in Europe. So.
Good to hear. Alright then, we're in the 8th frame. Gary Barlow going for this single pin, spares it up nicely. Does Gary. Stands there in for the lane, but it's a nice spare from him anyway. As it looks at the moment, he still could be any one of these 4 dropping out in this men's section. It's really all to play for. It's probably going to go down to the last ball, as we see Robert Bruce there get a nice little bounce from the ball out of the gutter. Means that he'll get a strike. Well, Robert. It's Alan Keddy then. The Scotsman bowling on lane 10. Nice strike from Alan, and as we say, this is really going to go to the wire. As soon as somebody slips up, somebody jumps back in their spot, and it's literally strike spares all over the place. It is proper box office stuff. It's more back and forth than the boxing last night, this. There we go. From Kim leaves that 7-pin with his reaction. I mean, I missed the 7-pin because my Mac's in the way. But from his reaction, I thought he had the strike there. I'm not going to lie.
I'll be honest, Gary, how much going?
Go on, Paul. Do you want to have a nice chat? How did you find the pattern then today?
I don't want to talk about it. Pattern was fine today.
How did you bowl then, effectively?
Well, as well as I could, with a big blister on my finger. Yes, you can all joke. But yeah, so I only could fit my finger in one ball, so that's the ball I had to throw. And I didn't have too much trouble hitting the pocket, but it wasn't the right ball. So anyway, never mind. So played it right. It's good. I'm good
Sorry.
enough. Good
Sorry.
enough, but not old enough.
Yeah, sorry, Paul.
Not like Noel.
Just looking across, I'm pretty sure that Sandra Boswell's the one going out, and Kimberly stays in, but it's back to scratch. So whatever that Angie and Veronique scored there is of no consequence because they're back to start again, and again three ladies, and the end it'll be one game and the low player goes out.
Yeah, man, that's why this type of thing is good all. Because the camera goes off, so I'll go sort that one out. But we'll switch over. You saw the 7-pin perfectly there. Right, back on. Camera's back on.
A bit more microphone.
I gave the microphone to Paul Overman and he turned it off. Didn't want to give you commentary. He got camera shy. We've had that before. Youth Triple Crown. My sister comes up to me. I ask her how they're getting on down the far end. Camera shy. Doesn't give me an update. Normally she's got way too much to say when she's in the house.
I'm going to say
Oh.
Takes after her mother.
Oh, should be watching as well. Should be watching. Robert Bruce then, bowling at this 4-pin. Looking to set up his 10th frame nicely, and that's what he does. So, going into the 10th frame then. Well, we'll watch Gary bowl this 4-pin, and then we'll tell you the scores on the doors going into this 10th frame.
Their bonuses in there.
Yes. Right, so at the top of the order, Kim Johnson, 149. In third place is Alan Kedde with a 165, but Alan's on a strike. The rest are on spares. Gary Barlow on 171 and Robert Bruce on 177. But it's still all could change. You never know in this wonderful game of bowling. But as it stands at the moment, it will be Kim Johnson to drop out of this one. And as said before, he's back to square one after that. But Kim there putting a fighting charge up in the final furlong, putting a strike on the card in the 10th frame. Means that he's got 159 after 9. Oh, the handicaps don't get added on at the side, do they? The handicap's at the top, but it's not added on. So it'll be added on when they finish, right? This is fun. But we've got an update from the women's side then. Do you want to give us the update, Lol?
Well, yeah. Kimberley 168 scratch, 177 with her age bonus. Angie 210, 224 with her age bonus. Veronique 223, 226 with her age bonus. Sandra 147, 161 with her age bonus. So Sandra unfortunately dips out of this, but she finishes 4th overall, so it's not a bad performance.
No, it's not a bad performance at all. You know, 4th place, you'll get an hefty bit of ranking points on that one then as well for the Masters. As he goes to grab the sheet, you'll find out.
That lady's finished up with 120 euros of 4th place. Third is 200 euros. Second, 375 euros. First is obviously 600 euros, and there was a Brunswick bowling ball for the winner too. So not a
He's finished.
Not a bad overall.
Finished for Kim Johnson then, 179. Then he'll have 15 pins to be added onto that one then. So that will put him
15 pins are in it. I think
no, they're not. Look at the score. Look at the score on the left. It's 179. Then it's got 15 at the top, but it's not added it on. So it'll be added on at the end.
Okay.
So it's 179 plus 15, which means that he will finish up then with a 194. Alan Kedde 193 plus his 11, which means that he will finish up with a 202. That means Alan is safe. He will advance to the next game. Will Alan Robert Bruce then bowling, looking for the messenger. How that 10-pin hasn't fell, God only knows. That 10-pin must be super glued down. Maybe the mechanics holding it down, trying to help Kim get through, being his centre. You know, Wall said it before. He's waiting for the broomstick to come down as the camera goes off again. Right then, so it's finished in the men's section. Sorry, we had a hiccup with the camera. Camera needed a battery change, then the wire fell out because of people sat in front of me pulling the HDMI cable out. Nah, it happens, you know. Sooner I can, if I just had a spare £500 in the bank, then I'd buy the wireless HDMI that you use on like proper industrial thingies. But that's what I need to do, exactly. Need to start winning some tournaments of my own. Oh. So it will be Kim Johnson to come out in the men's section then, finishing 4th in this. He'll finish with €400 for finishing 4th though, for his efforts. So he's not going to be disappointed with that one. Come on, Kim, come round. Let's have an interview for finishing 4th spot. Come on. Alright, Kim. Finishing 4th in the ISPT. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, it's good. Second last year, 4th this year. I'm happy to make the final. I mean, it's good. You know, old codger like me, playing these youngsters. Yeah, I'm all right with that. Yeah, I'm good.
He just had too many revs at the end, didn't he? He had too many revs.
Old codger that doesn't have the biggest age bonus on the pair. I will leave that with you. As we was mentioning before, Kim Johnson had 15. Gary Barlow has 17 age bonus. Kim's walked away. As Alan Kenny then starts with a 9. Robert Bruce then finished that game strong. Robert, the real youngster in this one. 4 age bonus pins does Robert have, as he leaves the 6-10 net. Alan Keddy then bowling, taking out that 4 pin nicely. Let's see if someone can grab us. Sandra, see if she can get us for an interview. Sandra, 4th in the ISBT, how does that feel?
And I've made a few changes which Robert Bruce has helped me with, and ball drillings and different things. So yeah, I've had a struggle over the last few months, so to get 4th, I'm over the moon.
Yeah. I mean, it's decent finishing. Do you bowl any of the other ISBTs as well?
No, I don't go abroad because I'm still working full time, so it's a bit difficult, and to disappear on my husband too much is it's not fair.
Oh, that's fair enough. I mean, managed to squeeze into that 4th spot at the end of the qualifying as well, so he was on a bit of good form, you know, as well. So, you know, you've got Angie Brown, Kim and Veronica Kay over there, and who's your money on if you was going to put your money on anyone to go and lift the trophy at the end?
Veronique's very good, but Kim's steady and Angie's steady, so it's difficult because obviously you've got one left-hander, 2 right-handers. Veronique's very powerful, so she's more powerful than the other 2. But Kim and Angie are very, very accurate. So it's going to be close, I think. It's going to be a close one.
That's playing on the fence. Go on, if you're going to give us one name, who are you going to give?
Kimberly.
You've heard it here first. So as we said, we'll give you an update on the women's scores down on the far side. But if you do want to watch it, it is live on our Facebook streams. I just realised that I had the trophy camera on. I do apologise. I realised that I had to change the battery, so it wasn't the greatest of viewings for you, especially while I was doing that interview. You probably just saw an arm and half a body, so I do apologise. As we see, Robert Bruce then just missing the single pin. Plenty of time for Robert to pull that one back. Gary Barlow then going for the 2 on the left hand side. Pairs it up nicely, does Gary.
No, I was just going to.
Right then, back to the action. So you see Gary Barlow leaving the 10 pin. No, yeah, go for it. Move it. It can't be any worse than what we've just seen, Lol. We've just done an interview with Sandra, right? And he realised that he had the wrong camera on show. So, So then, this is the second game of the finals, as we said. Women's over on our Facebook page. If you want to watch that one, men's live here on YouTube, full commentary as well on the men's game, and we'll give you updates on the women's. Got correspondents over there that will give us updates as we send Lol over, our roving women's correspondent. Tournament manager, Lol Ellis. Robert Bruce then now has finally made his highest position, a podium position in this ISBT. Obviously, he would have only have had 4 chances of it, really, because he's only 54 with his age bonus there, 4 pins. So he's at a little bit of a disadvantage on the age bonus front as well, especially when you come up against the good bowlers that you got here, especially scratch-wise, in Alan Keddy and Gary Barlow, so he's got to try and find another 10 pins on them two. So we'll look then to see if Robert Bruce can get this 10 pin. Got a real nice spare ball, I'm not gonna lie, it is real nice looking that. Robert Bruce then gets his spare. Can Garrett add on to this?
We have Veronique's partner here, so
here we go.
From Belgium. So this is Thomas. So this is Vincent.
Vincent, the man that nearly had the 300 live on Riding the Ditch as well on Friday afternoon. Vincent, then mate, I know you've played the pattern, you're watching your missus over on the far side, how's she getting on?
Because I don't speak very good English.
Oh, right. It's okay. It's okay.
Don't worry. If you can explain where you're from in Belgium.
Tournai, It's so.
Was that on?
Was
it on?
You have to say it again.
You can't say it again. It wasn't on.
It's on.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
no, it wasn't. Say again.
Okay.
So where are you from?
Belgium. So we are from Belgium, from Tournai. Tournai, it's a town near Lille in France, near Villeneuve d'Ascq. It's 80 kilometers from Brussels. So, voilà.
That's your area where you come from.
Yes.
So you both bowl in Villeneuve usually?
We play in
Villeneuve.
France for Villeneuve d'Ascq
Okay.
with France team in France.
And is your nationality Belgium or French?
Belgium.
Oh,
Belgium.
Hopefully, Veronica
Okay.
can get
Thanks,
high up
thanks,
for Vincent. Thank you very much there, Vincent. Respect for that one. Obviously, his English a hell of a lot better than my Belgium.
Yeah.
I don't even know hello in Belgium, to be honest.
I can't even say good morning in Belgium, so
I wouldn't know the first word, to be fair, in Belgium.
No.
You know,
we'll have to learn some more for next time we do it.
that's it, definitely. Yeah, bit of Belgium, bit of Dutch, because there was a couple of Dutch athletes as well.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Dutch is quite a hard language. They say it, and I still can't say it. German and French is not so bad. But
Well, I suppose German and French is taught in our schools
yeah,
anyway.
and it's obviously you learn some of that at school, so you maybe have a bit of an inkling. But Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, as they would say, so it's a more difficult language to learn. So
Definitely. As we watch then, Robert Bruce in the men's section. Do you know what? Did you get an update on scores over in the women's section? To be fair, we'll take it. We'll take Vincent coming over on that one. As we watch then, Alan Keddy then, bowling at this split. Goes to run it out. Only gets the single pin though. Had a good chance, to be fair, to Alan there. An open in the sixth. And that could prove costly, especially if the other lads get a run of spares or strikes on the card. So we're watching then Robert Bruce looking to spare this 10 pin. We've seen him do it before on this lane. It's becoming a bit of a natural habit for Robert, going for that 10 pin. Struggling to carry it, but if he's getting the spares, do you change your shot up to try and get the carry, or do you carry on with the 9 spares? It's a tough one to choose, and that is why these lot are in the top 4, because that is what the mental game of bowling does to you.
yeah, okay. Well, I just had a quick look at the ladies at the moment, and they're in the 6th frame with bonus. Angie is just ahead of Veronique by 10 pins, and another further 3 pins ahead is Kimberly. Both Angie and Kim are on a double. That's 2 strikes in a row, and Veronique's on a spare, so she got a bonus with that next ball. So at the moment, Veronique is one that's chasing the other 2 at the moment. So that's the latest up to 6th frame.
And you heard it before, Sandra, who finished 4th, she said her money is on Kim, but she did sit right on the fence. She was giving us a Veronique, who's good with the power, so as it burns up, she can put a bit more on it, whereas the other 2 are a bit more technique. She was sitting very much on the fence, but I managed to force one out of her, and she went for Kim.
And Veronique is obviously the only left-hander in over both finals, so she has a chance to play her own line as such. So, but it's not over. It's a long way to go yet. So
there's Alan Keddy there. He's living every moment of the ball. As soon as he releases it, he's running them out and everything. He's had 2 splits there.
I don't think Alan has a title on the OSB tour. He's definitely been in the final before. I'm not sure what his best position is, but I know he's never. I don't think he's won one. He may be in second, second and third, but not definitely. I don't think he's actually won one.
As we see then, Robert Bruce picking up his spare. Picking up the spare on the right hand side, as we say before. Slight adjustments to try and dig that 10 pin out, and a lot of them now struggling with carry. That's Gary Barlow having 3 9s on the bounce. The Yorkshireman. I think when it comes to his interview, we might have to ask him if he wants to do a bit of singing, see if he can get him back to the top of the charts. You never know, it might be in the name. As Gary Barlow then goes for the 10 pin, gets the 10 pin. And what we saying, Lon? What's the odds on the back page headlines tomorrow being Gary Barlow tops the charts again.
Yeah, no, possibly. Yeah, he has won before, so he could still do that.
Oh. How long's your extension lead?
How long's the life of your iPad?
You can take over commentary.
Right, it's about 10, I think it's 10 minutes.
Will you- Left me in charge. That could be a complete disaster. Robert Bruce is up on lane 9 now. Looks like he threw it pretty good. That's a 9 count. You won't be happy with that, Robert. Alan already has a split on the other lane, a washout 210, which he also misses. So we're into the 8th frame of this second game that we had. So Robert's up now to see if he can get you spare. Yeah, he spares that. Gary Barlow on lane 10 now, up with his 9th frame attempt. Yeah. Oh, and he's a late carry there for the strike, you can see. So that could be very crucial for Gary. She's quite a nervous game, this one, because obviously the low bowler in this game will be out, and there will only be 2 people who can play for the title. Alan strikes there.
Oh, you're still on?
Okay. So I just got Thomas to find out what the scores on the doors were there, and it looks like Robert was just ahead with Alan and then Gary, but obviously the age bonus has come into play because Gary has 17 age bonus, Robert only has 3, Alan has 14, so all to play for still in the 10th frame. Alan Keddy up on line 10 now. Yeah, that's great. He has 2 strikes in a row there. That probably, yes, because the 10th frame he's got strike with his first ball. He has 2 more chances to strike again on both those shots. Robert up on line 9. It's a 9 count. Alan strikes again for 3 in a row. It's called a turkey. Robert Spears. This is a quite tight game all round. Thomas might be able to see the scores better for me.
What's this on? Men's?
Yeah, okay. So let's. You can see the scores up there. I mean, Alan's on a turkey. He finished with his 3 in a row and a 9. Not sure that's enough. Thomas, does that get Alan through, or can you see the scores up there?
So Alan has finished with a 186. We'll have 11 pins to go on top of that one. Then you've got Robert Bruce that finishes with a 179. It's going to be touch and go for Robert. It's definitely through. It's Alan with 186. Comes down to how Gary can bowl. I think that's Gary through now then. Yeah. So the scores are coming from the women's game then. Kim has a 223, which means with her age bonus, she will finish up with a 232. Angie Brown has a 166 with 180 with age bonus, and then Veronique has a 169, finishing with a 172 with her age bonus. So it will be Veronique to go out.
Yeah, so it's between Kimberly and Angie to play for the title.
Yeah. We'll switch to that camera up very soon. It'll show you the title and the bowling balls that they will win. The bowling balls now have come out of the office. They've been delivered. As we wait to see then who will go through in the men's section. It's a 186 for Alan, a 195 for Gary Barlow, and a 179 for Robert Bruce. And with Robert Bruce having the lowest age bonus, that means that Robert will drop out of this one. So it will be a fight for Scotland versus England in the ISB2 Ireland.
England, Scotland couldn't be better, could it?
I know, it's as if it's scripted, isn't it, really?
Yeah, yeah.
And then over on the far side we've got Angie Brown versus Kim.
Yeah, both played for England at world levels, so could be good match. And there's what was the age bonus wasn't a lot of difference anyway, I don't think so.
And as we see then on shot, that is what the players are playing for. The 2 trophies there, the men's and the women's, and then you've got a Trailblaze Solid and an Informer bowling balls up for grabs as well. So
yeah, as supplied from Brunswick Bowling, so we're very thankful for Brunswick Bowling for supplying that for us.
Yeah.
And, Graham Waller is director at Brunswick Bowling UK at Bowl Vision. So yeah, so thanks Graham for donating that for us. So
that's what the players are playing for then. It is all up for grabs, and then don't forget the prize money as well, which is pretty helpful as well.
Yeah, I mean obviously the ladies is €600 to the winner and €375 for runner-up, and the men's is €1,200 and €750 for the runner-up. So lot of money to play for.
Exactly, that is that. Then I'll go and make sure that the women's live stream's up and running, and I'll see if we can grab the third place players for a quick interview as well. This is riding the ditch then. If you haven't already, get it shared out for the final, because it's going to be box office stuff. That is how it is here at Stroud UK. As we see, 4th place Sandra just wanting to get a shot in the camera, wanting to have a look at the trophies, polish them up.
Yeah. Well, she has won. She's a previous winner, so she has a replica of the trophy anyway, and she has one of those that ladies' trophy anyway. So.
Right, anyway, let me go see that the Facebook thing is still running, mate.
Okay.
Welsh translator.
The Welsh translator
All over the Welsh translator.
Right, we're joined by Robert Bruce then, the third place in the ISBT here. Robert, finishing third, how does that feel, mate?
It's pretty good. I've been playing this for a few years. That's my best finish to date. It's really nice to do it in this venue. Very good tournament. I'm very pleased.
Obviously, you was bowling very well in that qualifying round. You capped at 4 on the handicap, and some of the bowlers, especially in that there, you was bowling up against 11, 17, and 15 age bonus respectively. So when you step on the lane, knowing that you've got to get an extra 10 pins than your opponent, how does that feel? Anyway, when you starting bowling.
It makes it a little bit more difficult. You've got to get a spare on everybody else. If you are looking for a ball reaction, you've got to find it real quick and be positive that you can throw it. Otherwise, you're treading water a little bit and you've got to try and scrape your way through. It was a good result to get through the first match, and the ball reaction wasn't really there for me in the second game. I had a little bit of tension and a spare away at the others, and they both bowled very well. Alan finished great. I'm sure it'll be a good final. I'm not going to say I'm disappointed not to make the final. I am disappointed, but I'm very pleased with third place.
And obviously, Alan versus Gary here then. If you're going to put your money on anyone, who are you saying is going to win it?
I've got to go with the black shirt, my own player. Got to go with Alan.
That's fair enough. So you heard it here first then, Alan. His money's on Alan then, as Alan gets a strike as well, perfectly timed on the thingy. And then we're joined by third place in the women's then.
Veronique, also from Belgium. So we spoke to your partner Vincent, and he gave us where you come from. Maybe you can tell us, is this your best finish or in ISBT?
Oh, it's a good finish. Yes, I'm third, but a little bit disappointed because last ball was not good. I just had to make a spare, and I played for 8 or 9, and I got a split. So I'm disappointed because I could do it.
Is this your best finish in an ISBT or no?
No. I won Nieuwegein in August. I was second in Paris, not Paris, and I was third in Paris, I think. I don't remember exactly. Okay. But I'm always second, first, third, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. And I finished second before COVID here too. And so I'm always on the podium.
Okay.
I prefer to win, of course.
Have you enjoyed the tournament?
Yes, of course. I like to come here. I hope you to go on next year.
Okay. We'll welcome you back next year.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
With the 2 bowlers that are left, who you putting your money on to win it? Who do you reckon's going to win?
Who do you think's going to win in the ladies between Angie and Kimberly?
I think Kimberly.
Okay, Kimberly. Okay.
But I'm not a good batter.
Okay.
So there's 2 bowlers though that have said that Kim's going to end up winning it though. So thank you for the interview. Thank you
very much for the organisation.
And you can it's on YouTube, so you can hear the interview and share it with you. It's on YouTube, so and this is all on YouTube. So your match wasn't unfortunately on YouTube. We couldn't get the camera to there.
But it is on Facebook. So if you want to watch your final matches back, you can watch it back on Facebook as well if you want to watch it over there.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I'll probably upload the men's onto Facebook as well. Just put the recording on, might as well, if it allows me. I mean, it's gonna be a long recording, but we'll see if we can get it on. If not,
yeah, I mean, obviously people watch bowling on YouTube all the time. If you go on YouTube, if you look for one particular match, lots of matches come up. You know what I mean? So hopefully this is the way for us to go, to get bowling out in there in the media and people can see.
I'm gonna have to go check. As we see, Alan Keddy then, nice strike on the cards there. That's 4 on the bounce for him. He's really pushing forward, looking to win this one. Can Gary respond to Alan then? Put a little bit of pressure on him. That's heavy on the head pin. Does Gary? And at this rate, it looks like the title will be going home with the Scot, Alan Keddy then. To be fair to him, top qualifier in the qualifying rounds. He was the one that got at the top of that. They had to buy into the second round, then in the finals. And it is what they will be playing for, the trophies, the bowling balls and the money. As we see Gary Barlow then picking up a spare, but can Alan carry on this run of strikes? 4 on the bounce for him so far. Lol, do you want to give us an update on the women's, mate? Do you want to go over and have a look? Huh?
Is that on the left-hand side? No.
It's not on. Alan then, can he make it 5 on the bounce? He's had the first, he's had an open and then a spare, but he bounced right back in it, got 4 in a row. He's loving that one. He shoved that ball over with his hand at the foul line. And I've been saying it all tournament. If we put a compilation up of how people react at the foul line, you'd have a right fun time. You'd have a proper laugh.
When they don't strike as well.
Well, that's it. I mean, I've nicknamed Les the entertainer. Les Grant. Gary going straight into the head pin then, and it's going to be a very much an uphill task for him. He's going to need Alan to help him out as well if he's going to end up winning this one. 7th frame, he gets the split. There was cries of it's all over from Paul Loberman at the side of me.
I'm calling it.
She spares this.
He nearly spared that one, did the man from Yorkshire.
Alan's locked in. Yeah.
Alan has a shot which you're not gonna deny him of it at the moment. I think the women's game is a lot closer. If you want to go over and watch that one, it is live on the Facebook, which I need to go check my phone, make sure that is actually properly live. Oh, do you know what, Lobbers? Just go on Facebook on my iPad and find out that way. I can just go on Facebook on my iPad and find out that way. No, it wasn't charging. Go on then, what's the update?
Yeah, at the moment, Angie just got a little bit of a headway. She's 101 to Kimberley's 97, but she also has 5 pins extra bonus, but she just let the baby split, or 9-10.
It's off.
It said feedback failed.
Gary with his shot now. He makes a late carry there, it's a strike, but Alan looks unassailable in this game at the moment. There's a run of 6 strikes up there. And you're just taking her shot. She misses that baby split, so that maybe just turned the game to be really close now.
Oh man.
Thomas is back. Fixed his cameras.
Technical problems at its finest.
Technical problem.
Alan, really does have it dialed in here.
I don't see that he can lose his game.
As I was walking back, Robert Bruce, you heard it here first, was his words. He called it.
Did he say that Alan was going to win, yeah? Yeah, well there.
Yeah, take him down, yeah. You see then, can Gary at least try and recover a bit of a decent game to finish?
Yeah.
Leaves the 10 pin there.
Obviously, Robert would have been rooting for Alan because obviously Alan is from Scotland. Robert Bruce, you don't get much more Scottish than that, although he does actually play for Wales. So, but obviously Robert would have been rooting for Alan, and he's a teammate for RBS Pro Chops as well. So
you see then, Gary there picking up his spare. It looks like He'll be a number 2 in the
Yeah,
charts
looks
for
like
Gary
him.
Barlow.
Yeah, I think he's going to be runner up this year, not the winner, but obviously, as I said before, he has won previously.
I mean, just like take that, there is nothing without, what's he called now?
What's that?
The guy that was in Take that left him and then joined him.
Yeah.
I can't. Robbie Williams.
Oh, yeah, okay,
yeah.
Yeah, we haven't got a Robin Williams playing, but definitely got a Gary.
That joke was terrible.
Yeah, it was.
Alan there asking for a members bounce, but 7 on the bounce puts the game near enough out to sight. He's on 230. Oh my God, he's on 230. I just bit my tongue as I said that.
Yeah, this game's all over for Alan. He's winner all the way now.
Yeah, he's got to be. He's got to be. There's Gary then. At least looking to finish strong is Gary.
What's that? I know. Yeah, but obviously Alan's previous best finish in the ISBT was the 2nd place in Holland, and he's gone one better now, and he's definitely going to win this ISBT Stroud Senior Open, part of the ISBT tour.
So then,
I was just saying that obviously Alan's best finish before was 2nd, so just done that better. Got one better.
you know, and we can't wait to see him on the next live stream using the ball that Brunswick had provided for him as well.
Yeah,
You know?
Absolutely.
But then, as Gary is about to take his final shots, we'll go and show you what they are going to win then, the men's and the women's section. Women's is definitely live now over on Facebook.
Is it definitely live?
Yeah.
We can...
I had to rotate my phone round or something.
Okay, so fine. So
We'll go back over. Gary just missing his split. Finishes then with a 178, a respectable score. But I mean, when Alan goes and has 7 in a row in the middle of the game, it's pretty hard.
well, on the ladies, Kimberley just let the big split for 4-10. So we're not sure whether.
Let's see if we can get it up.
I don't know what the scores are.
See if we can give a bit of a live stream on the live stream.
Yeah, that'd be live stream. Or at least live commentary on the live stream. Put that way.
Well, that's it. Yes. We've got it here. How delayed are we? We don't know. Video is interrupted. What? Oh my God. It's a shame. But anyway, Alan becomes the winner, becomes the champion of the UK International Sports Bowling Tour. We'll try and grab him for a chat. A 2:43 then from Alan. We'll see if we can get hold of Gary as well. It's finished over on the women's section. It looks like Kim Oakley has become the champion. She's getting hugs of Sandra. She's getting her and Angie hug one another as well. Alan grabs the Scottish banner as quick as he possibly can. Make sure he's got it wrapped around him. We'll see if we can grab him as soon as possible. Wall's getting hold of him. He's finished over there on the women's section as well. We'll see if we can get a chat with them before we close the live stream off. Wall is going over, grabbing him. He's grabbing them both. As Lol comes and brings over Alan then. Coming over, they're both coming round. I'll show you what they have gone and won. The 2 bowling balls and the 2 trophies then. So we're joined by the winner of the women's section then, Kim Oakley. I mean, Lol, you've been doing the interviews for the women, so you might as well carry on.
Yeah, well, obviously, Kimberley, you're back winning again. I was obviously up on the podium with you last year, but how's it feel to win again?
It feels amazing. Seriously, the first game, I wasn't playing particularly well, and then I just managed to find something, which I dug something out at the end, and then next game I played much better, and then that last game yeah, just couldn't quite find it, but just hung in and long
Was
enough.
it very nerve-wracking that last game?
My knees were almost at that wobbly part, and
Okay.
it was really, yeah, I was definitely feeling it, and knew that I had to make
Okay.
some good shots. That's all I was thinking. Make a good shot. Don't think about what you've got to do. Just make the shot good.
Okay.
So, and here I am again.
Anybody to thank?
Obviously, Ian. Always got to thank Ian. Jerry and Muriel and Coxie are my sort of and obviously my mum, who's here watching and supporting, and she's my biggest fan, I know. So.
Okay.
And Jan and Keith, who were staying behind me too. So, and well done to Angie. She played well to qualify. She had 13 something to qualify. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good tournament. Love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Kimberly. Thanks very much. You can do the men.
And then we're joined then by Alan. I mean, Alan, we've had you on the streams before. I've seen how well of a player you qualified top of the rankings, and then to go and win it. How does that feel, mate?
First ISBT win, it's just fantastic. Really good.
I mean, you had a good challenge there with Gary, but you had 7 in a row. I mean, he was putting it out.
Gary's always a challenge. Gary's always going to be in there with a running. He got unfortunate with a couple of splits. I managed to find a line. Just unbelievable. I thought I'd stuffed it, to be honest. I thought in the previous match I'd lost it with the 3 splits, but managed to make a little adjustment and managed to just squeeze past Robert. So I'm just absolutely thrilled.
And then, is there anybody you'd like to thank as well on this win?
Anna, of course. And Farida, my travelling companions this weekend. We've had a great time. Robert for the ball drilling. Just helped me out with all my equipment. And of course, to your good self for the live streaming. You've done a great job for us all. Thank you very much.
Cheers for that, mate. Thank you, and well done. Congrats on the win.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
No probs.
Cheers.
See you later. So, set up the presentations, I suppose, and it'll be over to you. Well,
Maybe.
Go and present. They've got to do the Premier League style trophy lifts, haven't they? Oh, you know what I mean? It's got to be done.
Maybe.
As Alan goes, Scottish flag are raised in his hands, then up above his head. That just shows you how much it means to represent his country. I mean, even if it's just in an ISBT, it means quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously, bowling doesn't get great coverage, even European-wise. Bowling in America obviously does get better. They have their step-ladder TV finals and stuff. But we don't get a lot of coverage out here, so this is great to get this, and it's obviously people can re-watch it over and over, worldwide, obviously.
Who knows? If the National Lottery want to pull out my numbers, at any point in the near future, then you never know. We might have TV coverage.
Yeah, okay. Well, you heard it first there. Thomas Gray said he was going to, but it's sponsor the whole thing. That's pretty good.
Yeah, when I win the lottery, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, I hope you do.
Need to win the lottery first. The camera would go off, but we'll have to go back to the trophies and the bowling balls then that Alan and Kim have won respectively. I mean, we'll go over, we'll turn the camera back over on the lanes and make sure that it's all set up over there.
Jan, can you give us a hand? Give us a hand, please. We might not need you, I might be.
I'll bring a new stream then for the presentations, and we'll bring you them live. But you've seen then the final. You've had a conversation with the winner, Kim Oakley, and with Alan Kerr. We'll see if Law can actually grab Angie and Gary, see if we can get an interview with the second place. We'll grab Gary Barlow. I mean, we've been mentioning his name all weekend, really. I mean, we've had the absolutely fantastic been mentioned and everything.
Yeah,
we've had to do it. You know what I mean? I'm sure you get it all the time. Gary, Gary, second place in the ISBT. How does it feel, mate?
Oh, all right, pretty good. Very happy with that overall. I've been up and down all, the few days of the tournament. So to finish second, I finished on a high really. So, that's all right. That's good.
I mean, from what we've seen on the live streams, you've been pretty much up there. Even when you say that you've been up and down, I mean, you've still managed to dig it out. At least get a 170 at least. You know what I mean?
Today I've had a good day, certainly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Saturday I didn't have a good day, but I got a scoring on Friday, so it didn't really matter.
Well, that's it. I suppose that's it. Yeah. I mean, that's why we have the re-entry part in it.
Yeah,
so,
exactly that. Yeah.
But I mean, a word on Alan there winning the.
I didn't really have a chance, did I? I mean, the first two games there, I was sparing them to death. I didn't really get settled on the first ball. And when he put a few in a row, I just couldn't answer him back. So, that was that. He deserves to win.
I suppose that.
Simple as that.
I suppose that is the case then. I mean, thank you very much for the interview and thanks for the entertainment as well, Gary.
Good.
I'm sure I'll see you again at Shipley at some point anyway.
Oh, I'll be around somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. Cheers. I'll see you later. Thank you for the interview then, Gary. As I said, we'll stop the stream then and we'll give you a new one for the presentations. They're just putting the podiums up and everything. I will move my cameras into prime position and we'll give you the presentations live on a new stream then. Until then, it is goodbye and good viewing.